Good afternoon. Here with me today is Deputy Commissioner Brian Nadeau, Deputy Commissioner Kevin Jones, Colonel Ryan Lee, and Evan Shea of our monitoring team. This afternoon, just after 2:30, officers received 2 calls for service for a residence in the 2700 block of Mosier Street. Both officers and fire personnel arrived on the scene. We were informed that a woman inside the residence needed assistance and may be experiencing a behavioral health crisis. Police and fire personnel attempted to speak with the woman numerous times. At some point, the woman brandished a knife towards the first responders. For her safety, officers were attempting to take her into custody and get her to an area hospital for treatment. When officers breached the door, they observed the woman holding the knife. Officers gave numerous verbal commands for the woman to drop the knife. The woman lunged towards officers with the knife, and a taser was deployed in an attempt to subdue her. The taser was ineffective, and the woman continued to lunge towards the officers with the knife. Officers persisted to give verbal commands in an attempt to de-escalate the situation and exit the house when the officer fell to the floor. When he fell, the woman lunged at the officer on the floor with the knife. A second officer behind fired 2 shots, striking the woman. She was transported to an area hospital where she was pronounced. Officers did render aid, and the medics on scene attempted the life-saving measures, but unfortunately she did not make it. We're working alongside the Attorney General's office on this investigation. We've also activated our critical incidents recording policy. At this time, our thoughts and prayers are with the family, and we'll take any questions.
All right, we're going to start over at Baltimore time and work our way around.
Were any officers injured?
The officer who fell is at a local hospital.
Keith,
Commissioner, do we know the age of the woman?
70.
Hearing that the woman is in her 70s, and this happened with the officers, I know it's got to be a trying time. You said more than once that they used verbal commands to try to get her to drop it. How has this left you feeling about what happened?
I think this is a nationwide crisis with behavioral crisis, and unfortunately, too many of them end up with the use of force. We've done an excellent job with training our officers, getting them to de-escalate these situations. Unfortunately, this one, they weren't able to de-escalate and it ended in tragedy.
Channel 2, Glenn.
Commissioner, you said that a taser was used and it was ineffective. Are there any other strategies, physical strategies, to try and de-escalate situations like this one?
The taser was, well, first we tried to talk to her. The fire department personnel tried to talk to her. That was not able to de-escalate the situation, and then it was determined that she was a danger to herself, several indications. So when the officers went in, they tased her. The taser normally has effect. It looks like she was affected for maybe a second, and then she got up and lunged towards the officer again, at which time he tried to exit the house and fell over a chair. A second officer tried to de-escalate with his taser, and then the woman unfortunately lunged towards the officer on the ground with the knife, and the third officer shot.
Kelsey.
I was typing as I was on CC, so I just needed clarification. Sorry about this. They shot her. Did she die at the scene?
No, she died in an area hospital.
Okay, thank you.
Karen.
You said that the officer was injured as well. Was he actually stabbed? Did she
No.
actually stab? Okay.
He was not stabbed. It looks like he may have injured his back. When they were trying to retreat back out of the house to de-escalate the situation, he tripped over a chair that had been knocked on the floor, and he fell back and hurt his back.
Gotcha. Any kind of history of calls with this particular woman?
Yes, there's been over 20 calls to this house for several incidents, including behavioral health crisis
Over what time frame?
this year.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you all.